Hi, Alexis Hartz here. Are you over 50 and wanting to find love again? Are you by yourself and not living with a mate or a companion or friends even? There's lots of ways to build a relationship after you're 50 because we don't have all the same requirements as when you're 20. So let's get into it. Why do we want to find somebody? Well, some of us don't. That's okay too. And some of us are just looking for a casual hookup. That's okay too. But we're all wired for social interaction, and dating is no different than that. So, and if you're living alone, here's just some of the many side effects or potential hazards of living alone. Living alone when you're older can lead to depression, anxiety, substance abuse, cognitive decline, weakened immune system, high blood pressure, heart disease, obesity, disrupted sleep, lack of support from others, and a general feeling of disconnectedness from society. Okay, that's just a few. The list reads like the side effects of the latest prescription drug. So it kind of tells you maybe you need to have somebody in your life, okay? And why are we so resistant to dating after 50? You know, a lot of us have had a lot of bumps in the road. It's a long road. We've had bumps and wrecks and heartaches and losses and divorces and affairs and all kinds of things going on with our love life. And that jades us. It could make us cynical. It could shut us down from what we're really looking for. And we just have a lot of emotional baggage that we need to either let go of, address, or maybe forget about it and find somebody that's forgetting about their emotional baggage too. Whatever works for you. And finally, we have possibly some fear of rejection because we're older, we don't have the looks we once had. Lots of things to deal with. But if you're able to overcome those and talk yourself into walking out the door and taking a chance, here's 12 places that you might find someone that's compatible with you. Number 1, social events. Any kind of social events. Going to your grandkids' musical concert, going to a barbecue for veterans, going to a social dance that the senior center is putting on. Those are a few easy ones, but there's lots of community events. You have local festivals, you have annual events in your town where you live. Just get out and wander and meander and be willing to say hello to somebody new. Even if it's not potential date material, you're getting out there and you're practicing your skills. So when there is somebody that's a potential date, you'll be ready for them. All right, there's an app called Meetup, which is a directory for all kinds of events going on in your general vicinity. Now, I live in a small town, 3,000 people. We don't have a lot of options on Meetup, but I checked for other cities that I'm going to visit later in the year, which is a great thing to do. Go to a meetup in a strange city. You can act whatever way you want. You can talk to people. You can experiment with your pickup lines, whatever you want to do. They're never going to see you again. And in those cities, there's a lot more options on the meetup directory for all sorts of things. I was really surprised. So check it out. You might learn something in the process. Okay, number 3 place to go look for your potential companion, date, friend is community activities. What kind of activities do you do in your area? Is there a bowling league? Is there a disc frisbee league? Is there a softball league? Is there a knitting group? Check it out and see what kind of community activities might work for you. And I know they're kind of corny, and I know that they're budget restricted. They're not going to present, something like a concert or even maybe as entertaining as sitting home and watching videos. But you're getting out. And that's the number one first thing to do to find what you're looking for, is to get out of your house. All right, the local newspapers, particularly the free ones. I mean, your regular daily newspaper or Sunday newspaper will have some events, but there's a lot of pamphlet and free papers out there. We have one that's a weekly one. It gives you all the events for what's going on in the week. Usually there's a lot on that list that is a regularly scheduled meeting, either weekly or monthly, and that is a great place to look. You can start to build relationships with people in that group if you find it worth your time. And make sure that you're picking something that is worth your time and that you're giving it a chance. First time you go, it's uncomfortable, you don't really have the hang of it, you might have had a bad experience with one person. Don't let that ruin it for you. Go 2 or 3 or 4 weeks in a row and then decide if it's right for you or not. Next place to look is neighborhood bulletin boards. Oh my goodness, we have so many here and they're always so packed with information. Churches, hardware stores, libraries, restaurants, bars, laundromats, sporting goods stores. Just start opening your eyes to what's out there on the bulletin boards. You just never know. Maybe there's just one little business card. Maybe it attracts you in a way that you say, okay, I'm going to go get a quote because I think I've heard about that woman and I might want to meet her. Or, oh, that guy has a great reputation. I'm going to get a quote from him. And just check it out and see if you're even remotely relatable to each other. Okay, another place to look is online for local and regional calendars. In these calendars, you will find festivals, annual events in your area or maybe across the state. I am a Sandhill Crane Migration Festival follower. The Sandhill cranes migrate through Colorado and Nebraska, and there's festivals set up across the state that follow their migration pattern. Now, you may think that that's a weird way to meet somebody, but in one of the educational sessions that they provided at one of the festivals, the couple that was presenting introduced themselves. They met at one of these crane festivals and married, and they've been happily married for 23 years. And for the 8 years before they got married, they saw each other at these festivals in various places along the migration route. So you just never know, right? Okay, the next place to look is clubs. Are you a rock hound? Are you a hiker? Are you a book club person? Are you a games person? These are just the ones that catch my eye. There's lots and lots of them. Falconer. What kind of interest do you have? Gun club. There's so many. Just Google clubs in my area or Google whatever interest you have. Turtle clubs in my area, pet turtle clubs in my area, whatever might interest you. You're starting in a place that you're going to find like-minded people, and that's the important part. That gives you a lift off into dating. Oh, the next one, dating apps. Okay, I did some research on this and I thought I could include all the information in this video, but it'll be on the next video. Dating apps for seniors over 50. This is such a variety of options for us. And dating apps are designed for any kind of personality. You can have dating apps for somebody that's just looking for a casual hookup, and you can have dating apps for somebody that wants to find the love of their life and be married again, and everything in between. So we'll talk about those in the videos specifically for dating apps, so you know which one might fit you the best. There's lots of them. I'm not going to tell you which one's the best one for us here. We'll save that for the video. All right, another option for finding people to date is your local community center or senior center. We have a thriving senior center in our community. There are men looking for dates all the time in there. Just a little word here, no stalking. If someone says no to you, You don't come back and keep nudging them until they change their mind. They've told you no. No stalking. Thank you. Next opportunity for finding love after 50 is volunteering, and it helps your community. Volunteer for something that you really care about. Now, volunteering can be kind of boring at times. Pick something that you have a potential of meeting the person that you want to meet. Are you passionate about keeping dogs out of shelters? Maybe you want to go help the local dog shelter and walk the dogs that are in the cages. You're not going to meet anybody that way. You might when you come in and when you go, but there's no interaction, there's no opportunity to create a conversation. So maybe you'd be better off participating in the town board. Or maybe you want to volunteer at a medical center at the reception desk where you can meet everybody going in and out, patients, doctors, relations. Maybe you want to volunteer at the food bank. Again, who do you want to meet? Be strategic about your volunteering choice. Another option is classes and workshops. These are a one-time deal. Maybe there's a night for wine and art, and you can paint a canvas and drink wine. Now, maybe that's not your thing, but maybe you're looking for somebody, it's their thing. So you sit through a couple hours and see if that might be something that might work for you, or you don't want anybody that's into that kind of stuff. Another place to find people is travel. You can travel by yourself. I've done a lot of traveling on my own. A great place to meet people is in the lobby, sitting and reading a book, or at the bar. The bar is always a good place to meet people. Well, good is subjective, but a cruise is a great place to meet people. On the meetups directory, there's sometimes weekend trips. I'm in a group that goes to see theater events once a quarter. There's lots of ways to find travel to wrap into your hunt. And finally, the last place you could go to look for people is your own personal social group, friends and family. But take that one with a grain of salt. Birds of a feather flock together. So if a friend that you're not really wild about is recommending somebody from their circle, think twice before you take them up on that invitation. Same with your family. Maybe they know somebody that's great for you and you're resisting. Maybe you should try it. Just one time. I mean, what's it gonna hurt? So just remember when you're walking out the door and have some, maybe feeling a little bit of butterflies in your stomach or a bit of intimidation of stepping into a room by yourself. You're looking for somebody that's going to make your life more enjoyable, better for you. The key to finding somebody in these places is to be open-minded, be patient, be kind, and listen. Thanks for listening today. I hope you found some value in this video. If you have, please give me a like and subscribe. I'm a new YouTuber and sure do appreciate it. So thanks for joining me. I hope you found this helpful and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.